Part 2, everybody. Y'all been wanting this. It's here. So the 3 links all gonna get finished up here. We're gonna get the front axle in. You're gonna love it. I'm loving it. I'm loving all this tube work. It looks great. Let's get into it, guys. Right. So I'm just welding up a few brackets here. So if we get in over here, you guys can see where I'm actually gonna mount these suckers. This one's actually all grinded. Now, this is where I'm gonna be mounting my lower links. Link bracket there, and off of that mount I will also have a link bracket and then a link in between. So I gotta figure out how I want to actually build the little bracketry coming off of this, because the idea is, it's kind of hard to tell, but this nut in this bolt in the back there is where my wishbone piece pivots on. I need to have my control arm at a lower pivoting spot than that, so I need it hanging down about here, which is kind of low but not really in the whole sense of the mower build. So yeah, let's get to that. Alright, so this is how the link is going to get bolted in. So I made this nice little bracket. It will get welded fully on both sides and a little bit on the back. Nice and easy. I'll have to build a couple little spacers inside there, but got some nice welds on there, so I gotta duplicate this and install it on the mower. So let's get this welded on and see how it looks. Oh, I'm loving this. It's a great little idea. Alright, so I made some link bracket mounts. These will get fully welded to the frame, and then I can disconnect and remove my links easy with just the 1/2-inch bolt. If you're wondering, this is a 1/2-inch bolt. And then this is a 1-inch by M12, but I bored out the hole to a 1/2-inch, and then I have to lathe this down to fit inside of the tubing. But anyways, check it out. So this one is tack welded into place. You can see what I mean. I can run a full welded bead on the back side and on this inside corner. And then down low I ran a bead on this side, and then I can go on this side on the bottom, and then I can do this on the back side as well. Come around the back and there's a full place I'm able to weld a bead. So this is going to be very strong, very structural to help out with the frame. The other biggest thing I want to do is get somehow a brace from here up to the frame. I just have to get the engine in and see what kind of room I have. I'm liking that. I got lots of anglage, and you guys can see the hole. I am lower, so that is good. It was hard to get as low as I wanted, but this should be fine. If all else fails, I'll have to make this more longer, which sucks, but we'll figure it out. I'm pretty sure this setup will work. We're gonna go with it. Let's get this one tack welded into place, and then get the wishbone all finalized, so we can get that actually installed with the proper hardware now that we actually have it, and all the spacers that go in between everything. So let's get that all lathed up and get her done. But put your ass crack away, Big Donnie.
Don't have to tell me twice.
Togner's in the shop. He's actually putting some work in, getting this dent all out of the Ford. You guys probably seen that earlier, but she's basically pulled out. Nice job there, Tony. Holy crap. That's actually really decent, Tony. Tony, nice job.
Pretty much golden.
That was actually really critical. That's really decent. Right now, I am working on this wishbone spacers. So we'll get right up in here. As you can see, big aluminum spacer. The other thing I did before that I didn't really go over is I fully enclosed the brackets here so that they're extra strong. As of right now, it still works. It's just I want to just drop down a little bit more just in case, but I'm pretty sure that's plenty of drop for the front axle. So I'm gonna hop on the lathe. I'm already started here. And I got this nice chunk of aluminum dowel tube, and we'll grab the vernier calipers here and get some measurements up, get it all laid in there, and get some spacers made. Let's do this, Tony.
Let's do it.
Off with the tubing. There it goes. We're keeping just this back bar.
out here again. Hasn't been perfected.
And you guys know what time it is. Alright, people. Tube work is out of here. We're just keeping this one. We're going to be adding a whole back rack to here, some new side tubing, hood tube rack. Oh, there's going to be so much tubing on this thing, it's going to be insane. We're going to be using very light wall tubing, so it's going to be all very light. So we won't have to worry too much about all the tubing adding too much weight. Because, you know, every 3 pounds adds up, if you guys think about it. But anyways, yeah. Let's get on with getting this thing built. So I just finished lathing up those 4 bushings, we can call them, and it worked perfectly. Check that out. Look at the action. Super solid, super
beautiful,
fluent, and look at it.
No play.
Absolutely no play. No play. And yes, they're aluminum. They will wear out eventually. I'll just build some more, lathe out some more when they wear out. I'm not worried whatsoever. That's literally how bushings work. They wear out. So I can always tighten this out on the trail too if it ever does develop some play. I can always just tighten up the bolts. But anyways, super happy with how this worked out. Again, it's coming together. We got our spacing within a 1/16 of an inch there, so center should be pretty damn center. But all in all, that's awesome. The next thing to do is actually get the front axle mounted on here, get the front links, the brackets for those links built, and then get the actual link bars onto our corresponding brackets, and then get this axle sitting on its own. Wow, that's like, it's huge.
That's crazy.
Really excited for that because this is like day 3 working on this thing, and like, look at it. It's so much has happened. It's unreal.
It's crazy to think that this is the easy stuff, though.
This is
compared to steering.
Steering. Why does steering have to be such an nemesis? I don't know. We just don't have all the best parts that we could have. But it is what it is. We're gonna get to steering down the road. Right now, I literally have no idea how I'm gonna do steering. But that's the beauty of it. That's how I work.
Figure that
Tomorrow,
out later.
It might just pop into my head as I'm doing something else. Boom. That's how I should do the steering. I'm gonna do it that way. But we'll figure it out. Anyways, let's get right to this.
Let's do it, buddy. That's insane.
Alright, so we did some more lathing, of course. I love it. And we got these bushings on these links made up both sides. So tightened in there, no play. Again, if they wear out, we make some new ones. I'm just going to carry some spares, if anything. But again, I don't see that wearing out. There's going to be no side-to-side movement. And then again, going over just this little U-joint there, or sorry, little heim joint. You can see how not only does it have the U-joint, not only does it have the heim joint pivoting there, but it can actually also pivot the whole heim joint itself. Now this bolt won't actually be there. This will be higher up, and there'll be a little aluminum washer there. Or not a washer, but I'll make some little offsets, little spacers there. But next thing, we got this on here. We got it all centered in there. We'll get it all lined up at a good ride height. We'll determine our actual ride height. It's probably right around there. We'll get it to stay there, put the ratchet strap on, and then link tabs here. And I'm gonna have to cut these nice little notch in there and then get these installed on the axle. So with those notched, I'm actually gonna sit them down probably at an angle like that, if that makes some sense, so that I actually have a lower spot on the axle, so that we have, again, the distance. We're not on the same axis plane as our top. I don't know how much of a big difference it's going to make on this small of a scale setup, but again, we'll put this in exactly in line with our other one. That's why I made those bushings, so that I know exactly where this is going to sit, and then we can get this one installed. So the next thing to do, cut these, get them welded on here, and then after that, all we have to do, lathe down this piece, and then cut our tubing, and we're going to have a full... Well, I don't know.
So cool.
I'm too excited. It's
so cool.
Weird. It's coming together like so fast. Like we said, this is maybe 12 hours worth of work. 15, 12, 14 hours, I'd say.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'd say 14 hours worth of work. Spread over 2.5. This is 3 days now. Ending of 3 days. So I don't know. This is I'm happy with where the fabrication skills are coming in. just the knowledge that I'm gaining just building these things. I know what I need to do, what works, what doesn't work. And again, we're finding out if this style is going to work, because like Tony already brought up, he said, hey, if this one works really good, Magnum's going to probably need a front axle pretty soon. When it gives out, might need a 3-link or a 4-link setup. Damn it, why do I got to build these kind of setups? But again, this isn't even my mower. I was actually on the mud mower page on Facebook. I was going over telling the guy that I'm going to build a 4-link setup for my actual personal mower. Not Musty, because the Musty setup, just the frame, the way I built it, is not set up for a 4-link, and I don't want to go through that. But, hint, hint, and this is way coming up in the new year, I'm going to be building another rig for myself, an actual personal mower. It's going to be featuring that V-twin engine. It's going to be featuring the 6338 transaxle and all the good stuff. And on that rig, I will be building a fully functional, completely custom 4-link setup. That rig, I'm planning on making it very specific to the rocks. It's not going to be a fast rig. I'm going to try and use all this fabrication skills that I'm gathering over this year and putting that towards this next build. I'm also just been trying to gather parts. Parts here are just almost impossible to find. The fact that we have 820s is nuts. The fact that we didn't pay anything for them is even better. But anyways, we're going to get back to this Ford. Next thing, like I said, get these link tabs on and get some link bars built, and fucking, wow, we're on our way. This is coming together. Let's get it going, Tony. Let's get this done.
Let's do it.
Let's get a beer in us. That'd
be pretty nice.
I like a beer. Alright, the next day, I got all the parts made up. Except for the aluminum spacers I gotta make for the heim joints. I'm gonna make little offset spacers so that the heim joints have all the move that they can. But other than that, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to start welding on the links to the axle and get the links all mounted in there. I added in nice little design there, as you can see. Just a couple little nicks and some grooves there, some 4 on each end, just to add some design features to it. The nice part about this is I am going to be powder coating all these parts with the Eastwood Co. Dual voltage powder coat gun, which is unreal. You guys have seen that before on my engine cover and my intake for Musty, but this is all going to be getting nice and blue painted. But before we can do anything like that, we got to get this stuff welded in there, so let's get it done. Spacers are made, time for installation. Let's get this going. I am excited about this. Look at that. Symmetry, that's the word. Symmetry is pretty damn even. Absolutely in love with this look. This is sick. I gotta weld everything in now, but holy, that is dope. Super excited to see what she can do once I unweld this bracket. I welded just this piece in so that nothing would move. Well, I got everything lined up and it worked great. Just got back from Princess Auto. As you can see, this is cut off. So this setup, I thought I'd get away with going cheap with these non-heim joints, but it just didn't work. Not enough flex. So we're putting heim joints in so we can get double or triple the flex that I just had. So let's move on. Let's get those heim joints laid down, installed, and back in. Let's do this. Alright, so skip an hour and a bit here, and we finally got our actual links. I wish I just did this to begin with, but I was trying to be cheap, and I wasn't thinking about the build. Anyways, let's get these things mounted and see what the hell this thing can do. Frick! I gotta go to with my girlfriend shopping here in like 10 minutes, so I'm not even gonna be able to see this. So damn, I see.